welcome my people to another episode of Inside the Net Football Show. Now here be the right place if you look for football or gist. Anything relating to the football as regards analysis from different leagues, different countries. Talking about Nigerian Professional Football League, EPL, English Premier League. Talking about Bundesliga, La Liga in Spain, amongst others. Now here be the right place if you want those kind of things. But today, we're going to talk about something different from the norm. We are talking about grassroots football, nurturing the football talent from scratch. Talking about under 5, under 7, talking about football academies. And here, I get with me my co-host, Precise, and another person is our guest for today is Idowu Abdulhamid, a UEFA C licensed coach, currently a UEFA B licensed coach. He's currently the head coach of Juventus Academy in Nigeria. Welcome. I welcome you to this show.
Thank you very much, TK, and thank you very much, Precise. And I appreciate the kind energy when use introducing yourself. So they introduce me, now come in where I never be. Yeah, all power belongs to God. All power belongs to God. Yeah, yes. Thank you very much.
Okay, Precise. So, what do you say as regards we having this particular guest today? He's an experienced man when it comes to grassroots football. He has been there, he has done that, and I know over time he has a track record of working with different academies. I know he was once a staff of a Barcelona Academy here in Nigeria also. And I know at the point he was part of a staff of Mixed Palace. There's an academy in Jos, which is, at least, not everybody will know everything, but Precise. What do you have to say?
Yeah, it's always needed sometimes because there's grassroots football is more or less like the foundation of football.
Of course.
So if it's not discussed, there will not be progress basically, or probably because if the foundation is not handled with care, handled with utmost seriousness. Do you understand?
Of course.
So sometimes the whole building will collapse. Do you get? So there is always, when we are talking about the games, talking about the big matches, let's also talk about the small ones that are going underground.
Of course.
Because it's also very important at the end of the day.
Yeah,
so welcome again to.
Yeah, thank you very much, Precise. Thank you, Coach ID, as you are popularly known as. Okay. Now we're going to begin with our question as regards we're talking about football from scratch, talking about grassroots. So Coach ID, as an experienced man, a licensed coach, I know the track record is there. You've been a graduate of the Nigerian Institute of Sports here in Surulere, Nigeria. And aside that, you've actually had your UEFA C, currently a UEFA B licensed coach. But the question goes thus: why you feel say it's good to start at a very tender age?
Nah, it's a good question, and it's something it's a question I really appreciate, because there is no point talking about the top and you ignoring the foundation. So to call a spade, we could talk am the way it be. She gets, if you ignore the foundation and you focus at the top alone, like my people will talk they will say you get. Because if you not focus on that foundation, one day you could just say the building just collapse.
No be lie.
And if you understand where they come from and where they go to, you eventually realize I'm talking about what we are in when it comes to football in Nigeria, when it comes to our national team.
Of course.
You get what I mean? So I listened to an interview from an ex-international some weeks back, and it discussed about how it looks like then, how raw talent looks like then. And when you now look at it, when it comes to learning, it's either you're a projected learning or an accidental learning. And football is very funny to the extent that what we are doing today, we learn them accidentally. Such as the monkey post we used to play then. We don't get coach, we don't get referee, but we dey do am. We dey run that thing in our own way, and we dey enjoy am. And one way or the other, accidentally we are learning some skills
Yeah, facts.
And at the end of the day, you eventually see these things in TV, like the Ribona. Nobody teach us Ribona now.
Ribona, yes,
Because
yes,
my mate,
yes.
they do, and now when me say to us, I go try them. And
course.
eventually, I did do them
More like learning on the job.
on the job. Shey you understand.
Of
So
course.
talking about the importance of the grassroots and when to start, there's a window. As an individual, as every human, a window as a football, I'm talking about football now, start from the age 7 to 16. You get what I mean?
Of course.
So once your window is open, that is when you develop. That is when you develop.
Okay.
The moment you turn 16, 17, the window is closed. So technically, this is what I'm trying to say. When you look at life now, there are some things we are flexible while in at this age. We can do some things, we can easily bend our body, we can easily learn fast. But the moment we start attaining that 16, 17, learning, I don't want to use the word learning becomes so difficult. But it is what it is. Now, so God creates life. So at that stage, if you learn easily, there are some coordinative things you will be able to do effectively. There are some adjustments while running. There are some coordination, body coordination. You can coordinate yourself easily. You get what I'm trying to say? It's just like say, make you they ask me, maybe they teach me how to do what do they call them? Backflip. You know, at this age, at my 30s, they teach me how to do backflip. Baba, you know go do. I'm only if you want to kill me.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, you get that.
Of course.
So when you now look at it, at that 7, at that 6, 7, 8, it's easier to learn a lot of things. It's easier for the kids to learn. But the bitter truth be say, most parents no one hear be say, the moment your child turn 17, 18, I'll tell you 90% the window is locked. The person no fit play professional football again.
Yeah.
But it's a very straight. Now, very straight response, which I believe you don't understand. And every people don't understand.
I don't know if Precise has any contribution as regards that, because I know those are all takes, and I know that these things actually happen. You know, those are developmental phase for any child who want to play football. You know, you can see the likes of international superstars like Messi. You know, they started at a very tender age. So they were able to adapt to some new techniques. You know, some of those things we know they're exposed to them as children for this country. Yeah. So Precise, I know, say you will get something you want to contribute to this particular thing.
Yes, definitely. You know, even if we look at the ball itself, there's the study of the ball itself, the ball structure,
of course,
where to hit, where to not hit. You know, all those small studies. If the children are already properly groomed from the grassroots, you know, there is this ear flow, all those ear flow, ear direction, all those mini small wind. You need to just
counts.
Exactly.
Yes.
All those things count. You know, those are those things that the Europeans, those are the knowledge that they have sometimes, and they do some things that will be like, oh, how did they do it?
Is this magic?
Yes, but we do it as, because the way we've been trained from onset is we play ball for fun. Yeah. Do you understand? So all those things, okay, I don't try them before. Make I spin them. Yeah, you work. You try again, you don't go again. You don't know the reason why you don't go. You just say, okay, maybe now I luck. No,
I love this shot.
exactly. So all those things like that. Nigeria, we just do things by luck. We do things by luck and hope. But I think at a point we need to start looking at it beyond just the luck, beyond just I have the leg. There are people that don't really have the leg. But at the end of the day, because of the training, because of development, how they've been brought up, how even their leg structure self, all those things matters a lot. So if they are properly trained from their
while growing up,
while growing up, do you understand? So they will know how to move the ball, in their own way, no matter how their leg is being structured. So all those small matters, it's important.
Thank you very much, Precise. Yes, that was a very good contribution. You know, every detail counts, like you have rightly said. So I go like to ask another question. You know, for grassroots football, you know, you wide gone, like you don't talk you know, say for Nigeria now, we go start with they play ball for streets, we dey call on John, we go put money down, we go bet, we go play, anybody will win, go out, we go collect money, all those kind of things. You know, what be the thing where you feel say na challenges where grassroots football they face for this country? So, grassroots football generally, you know, talking about academy, you know, although not showing them from a tender age to that global superstar they would like to become. What do you feel say be the major challenges what they face for grassroots football for this country, Nigeria?
Thank you very much once again, Mr. TK. because this one be like a bunge question now. Sure you get. And one of the challenges what we dey face, I know if it talks in that one, sure you get.
Of course.
But the point we say we get a lot of challenge. You understand? And if you look your surrounding now, make I ask you one question before I answer your question.
Okay.
So
No wahala.
now for your area, how many field you get for your area?
My feed no plenty, but you know, almost everybody, almost every community for that my area, they don't sell out their land finish. They know they create space for any form of sporting activity at all. You know, everybody just dey look for ways to look for maybe accidental open space day for their community. They just use them, and those accidental open spaces now for now just on temporary base because government fit come anytime say they want use their land. So nobody they create that particular space for sporting activities to happen in the long run, which is actually me I feel say it affects our sports development in this country too to some extent. So now I think I just feel that.
Okay. So I know say na Lagos you dey live and Mr.
Precise.
Ojota precisely. Yeah,
Yes.
look at Ojota and the likes, Yanoworo, Mangrove, Onipan, K2 and so on. Just mention how many pitch. Like how many pitch you think say una
Okay,
get?
you know-
Open area where person fit just do gbas football.
You know, the thing is, in Nigeria currently, we don't have pitch that is there intentionally. The only intentional
In fact.
pitch that we see is the schools.
That's true.
Do you understand? Even those schools, they are not properly handled,
Managed.
properly managed.
Yes.
Imagine me as an individual. Okay, I can decide that okay, with this particular school, let me reach out to this, and okay, I want to manage your field. What all those small intentionalities? I think those are things we need to start bringing into the. But basically now people go to the roads to play football, and there's no field again like before.
No designated
When
area
exactly
for sporting
so-
activities.
like-
So it's quite unfortunate that one of the major challenge, like the question where you ask now facility. Let me use field. Make we call them the way in our own way. That's our identity.
Of course.
Field, no day to play football for kids. And I will tell you for free, while growing up, the population of the kids where they our environment as it dey now no be the same way it be now. Population don't increase.
Of course.
Shey you get
No be
population
lie.
dey increase every day.
Na true.
So if I go come tell you for free say in our area then max maybe we go be 20 for one hood wey dey play football, but presently you go see like 60 70 wey be say na only one field come dey and the field no even dey enough. And it don't count on to survival of the fittest.
Exactly.
Shey you get if you get ogba if you get ogba for head
That one
Set
dey.
you go get set. If your ogba no reach
Carcass dey.
you go dey go house.
Yeah.
Shey you understand? And I go tell you say most of those people wey no get ogba, there is something in them. They have something. They have this. Most, I'm not saying they all, right? They have something in them technically, but because they have been denied this opportunity to explore, to express themselves. You know, football is all about expressing yourself. It's all about expression. You understand? When you have the confidence, when you trust your teammates, your coach trusts you. You tend to get the ball, do something out of the moon, like just create something out of nothing. That's where people say, "Wow!" So there is this thing in you, and you get back home and you start thinking, I think I can do this, and I will go back tomorrow and I try it. It's not by luck. It's practice. Practice makes you better. You get? So the facility now one challenge, which if the facility no dey, it go kill a lot of talent.
Of course.
A lot of talent, not just football. It kills even in the classroom, because it can't just be classroom alone. You get what I mean? It can't just be class. That's another topic on its own.
Yes.
You get? So it's an avenue to just feel free, have this sense of belonging. I have my peers, and we are not talking about structured football now. We are talking about grassroots, normal, the way it should be, the way it has been, and we have seen the benefits now. We can see the likes of Osimhen, Daniel Omokachi, and I was in talk with him I think a year ago, and he explained how he was being scouted directly from the Super Eagles
That was
coach.
Osimhen?
Directly, Daniel Omokachi,
Okay.
directly by the Super Eagles head coach. Imagine that story.
Yes, I think I heard that story before too. Yes.
You get what I mean? So now that is the facility as a whole. Now looking at the finance, looking at the way the country is now, looking at how things are, I can recollect some years back I dey sell football now. You know, man must shop, man must hustle now. I sell football for 2,500 naira, and I think far back as 2010, 11. Last year, football was just 7,000 naira. Like normal ball wey average Nigeria, normal leather ball. I know say the time wey we dey small na kaka we dey play. Na health we dey play or single leather.
Yeah, sure.
Shey you get.
So
Those ones.
God
bless you, my brother.
Boss and pump am again.
God bless you.
We play paper too.
Paper, shey you understand?
Yeah, paper.
Shey you understand?
And bobo.
You understand?
Yeah.
So now looking at it now, ball don dey like 16,000 naira, 15,000 naira. Baba, tell me, where you wan carry 15,000 and go buy ball wey be say no be say the ball you go play am today, e go give you money today. Shey you understand? Only if you know wetin you wan do with am or whatsoever, that's when you take your money. 16,000 is huge. If I'm not mistaken, that's almost like 15% of the minimum wage, abi? If I no mistake, abi?
It should be around that range.
It should be around that range. So you are telling me 15% of my salary make I go use am buy ball? Fine, we go organize, guys go contribute, but this money still plenty. That's another factor. Equipment, not just football. We have the boots, we have the socks, and the hose, the shin guard. Well, that's not necessary in a grassroots football we dey talk about. But now, grassroots then don't different from grassroots now. You guys protect yourself now. This is safety now. We can't say because we are lucky then, we know they use leg they play. We can't say we should encourage our young ones to play that way. We took a lot of risk while growing up then, but now we understand. We've gone to school. We've understand the right from the left, and we need to encourage the younger ones. So the equipment is another one on its own. Now the ogbonge one now people who go come manage wetin we dey call grassroots itself, which are the coaches. That one na another topic on its own. Maybe not coaches, maybe administrator, maybe at least there must be a leader that will manage,
that oversee
the affairs of the activity. That one now.
That helps a lot too.
So when we start talking about the challenges,
Baba, it's just too long.
It's too long.
I understand your point of view. Yeah, I mean, if you start talking about the challenges that the wahala wey Nigerian football dey face as regards grassroots, now you go sleep, because Nigeria's problem is hydra-headed. They had too much. If you know what I mean by hydra-headed, I say Medusa. If you don't wash Medusa that year, you know, like Versace, you know, the snake plenty. The head where you give for this, you get that kind of, the head just too much. So if you cut one up, another one go see come, cut time, another one go see grow again. So that kind of thing. So like precise, I know say you get some guys where you see one what you want. If you say, you know, I feel say you don't eat the nail on the head. So I feel if you get some kind of thing, you just add. I mean, I feel say you get something you won't add.
Yes, actually, for me, I think structure matters a lot.
Of course.
Do you understand? Because when you want to start something, or maybe something is existing before and there's no growth, so one major thing, one big thing you feel, you know, say you go do now, what you create a structure for it.
Of course,
because if you create a structure, there will be a pattern for growth.
Good. Nice.
Do you understand? So there will be a pattern for growth. So I think those are one of the things that we need to work on as regards the grassroots football. Look at, for example, now Remo Stars. Remo Stars, for example. Yeah, if you look at Remo Stars now, they are creating a pattern for other people to follow. But in Nigeria, one funny thing is that everybody too is selfish. Instead of seeing, okay, look at that road. That road is leading to glory. Let's follow that road. No, Nigerians go say another one go there. It's good though. It's good that another one comes. Do you understand? But at the same time too, there's nothing bad when everybody works together to achieve
a common goal.
True. You have your own connection. I have my own connection. You have your money. I have my money. Let's bring it together to create. Exactly. So there's nothing bad if about 10 different football academy that works in the grassroots come together as one to start something reasonable. At the end of the day, this one will say I have field. This one say okay, I have connection. This one say I have money. This one say I have facility. I have Do you understand? When we bring everything together, we create a structure that will work, a structure for growth, and gradually things will come up well. Another thing I think we need to do is that even the competitions are avenue for scouts, avenue for sponsors,
Of course.
avenues for investors to see what you have. So we have a lot of all those academy. They just keep doing their thing. Now they are not in the faces of the investors. They are not in the faces of the sponsors. At the end of the day, you just keep doing what you are doing, and there will not be any success. Do you understand? So a lot of coachy that coachy self no see any money chop. Do you understand? So you yourself as a coach, you should have your own connections around things. That's when players will respect you. They'll be like, let me go there. They see a vision. So before you say you want to do something, know that you have good backings. Do you understand? If you have good backings, now you can be able to gather people together and achieve a result. Do you understand? So those are things we also need to look at.
Yeah, thank you very much. That was a very lovely intake because to me, like I said earlier, the problem with Nigeria grassroots football again, Nigeria football generally, the head we get in plenty. If they try to call this head come out, another one go see come up, another head go grow. So they always see something very very well because in my own locality, I don't see people who say. For grassroots football, even for grassroots, you go see coach. You say they go play match. You go they come on cane. They beat Pikin. Say baby Pikin no play well. You go they beat Pikin. All those kind of things. I think that's one of those problems too. No. At least they are not bigger problem than the other ones because financing the football is actually a very very vital one. Like you have already said, you spoke about collaboration. That's a very good one also. But you go see some kind of people say match go they go on. I don't witness on several occasions. Maybe two teams go they play academy. Small pickings you go see them like under 13, under 7. They go they play ball against themselves. Maybe the coach of team A, coach of team B, they play against each other. Maybe team A come underperform after first half or end of the game. You go see the other team, maybe not team A or team B. If you call carry cane, they beat them. All these kind of things now abuse, and we need to look for ways to mitigate against those things. It go help a lot because if they beat Pikin, beat them today, beat them tomorrow because they don't perform well. I mean, if you tell the mama for us, mama have to say, "Oh God, you need to go play football, you go buy ball tomorrow, day your house, make it a day." Because I know if you can't give my Pikin, make on the beat them because they won't play football. Of course, they don't say the results in the long run will pay, but not by betting them. That is not the right way. So I go like make our guy here, talk to us about what is your advice for mama and papa wey want make their pikin play professional football at that level, starting from grassroots to reach that level of Victor Osimhen, Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi. What will be your advice for mama and pikin wey want make their pikin play football professionally?
Thank you, TK. Let me start from coaches because injury to one is an injury to all. And as a matter of fact, you've mentioned a coach. So as you can't call the coach now, if you like say now one big slap you give me, sure you get. But bad as bad, I go collect them like that.
Nah, no intention with that. No pun intended.
We get a lot of coaches. We have a lot of coaches and a lot of fantastic coaches. You understand? I'll tell you, they are doing fantastic job. I really appreciate their efforts. I've also witnessed situations like that. You understand? But some years back, I do criticize people who abuse children, as a result of beating them after
a match.
After a match, maybe due to their performance. But the point is, you can't give what you don't have.
Fact.
You get what I mean?
Fact.
Now, maybe I'll say I'm fortunate. Maybe somebody will say I'm fortunate. I don't know. You get what I'm trying to say? But it's easier for me to say this is wrong now from my own standpoint. Do you get that? Maybe because of the little experience and exposure. Fine, it's easier for me. Maybe if I'm to be in that shoe, I will also do the same thing. But I will try to make case for a coach because I've also witnessed situations like that. Even this guy even asks, make children dey roll for ground like say they dey wetin dey
all those kind of things like they dey military camp
that
like
you understand
floor, you know,
like look like tire for
things,
floor. I needed to walk up to
absurd.
the coach and I explained to the coach that how do you feel, how do you think the parents will feel if they are to be here and say no, they are my players. And I said, bro, they are not your players. These are people's children. We need to encourage them to play football, not abuse them. Well, the guy no understand. And me, I know the person will get hand to fight like that. Sure, you understand. And as it be, where we go play that man, where I witnessed that thing, now inside one village, you'll be say security no even there. So, Baba, if anything happened to me,
better safe than sorry.
Collateral, sure, you understand. But it is what it is. I won't blame the coach. Yes, let's call a spade a spade. I can't say I won't blame the coach, but he's only doing what he knows. He does not understand.
He feels that's the right way of passing the message.
The message. When, as a matter of fact, when you give him a listening ear, he will even go as far as telling you that I was once trained in this manner.
Yes.
You understand, but that shows his level of exposure and understanding and you understand. Thank you for the right word. But the fact is, one just need to manage the problem and look at the causes, like the major cause of this same accident. This guy have not been exposed to coaching courses. He have not been, you understand. So maybe with time, coaches start understanding the importance of attending coaching courses and trying to perform professionally. So going back to your question now, advice to parents, it's quite very simple. They want to do this. They want to play football. They want to play basketball. They want to either boxing, whatever, any sports, any activities. Just let them enjoy. Let them do it. There is a big figure-stick theory of learning. It states that children tend to become better, improve, grow faster if they are allowed to do what they love doing. Not negatively. Not negative. We are not talking about you see smoking with the lie, with the smoke, with the one could say he enjoy that. I know talk that one. Sure you get. The moment is what they love, they will even get better in it, and not only in that thing, in other activities, maybe academic, religious activities and whatsoever, they will get better. Because I could remember vividly while growing up, my parents now deal we get to, but by me I just go university because I want to satisfy my parents. That is the bitter truth. Now social study education I do for school. I'm a trained teacher. You get what I'm trying to say? So the point is, my papa just called me, say, what do you want? I said, me, I want play ball after I was 16, after secondary school. I said, na ball I want play. And my manager then, Kamaro Duboisha, the man, my papa hold me for hand, carry me go the man, say, okay, I know say my pikin sabi play ball. And see, I won't give my pikin future. And you know what the man talk? The manager talk. The manager just advised me, say, you know what I don't want to make you become nuisance. You understand? If you want to play for me, you need to go to school. You need to listen to your parents. You get what I mean? You need to listen to your parents. And we need to negotiate. Say, if you go to school, you play football. No doubt in it. But you know what? It gets as Nigeria go do you. You understand?
Nigeria no happen to you.
Make Nigeria no happen to you. It gets Nigeria go happen to you. Say your dream. You go
find to your dream.
You understand? You go just. But thank God, I still thank God saying I still find myself in the midst of what I want to do.
Of course.
What I enjoy, and I'm still doing football. Though I don't play to the highest level where I want to play reach, but I'm still doing football. So the major advice is not just football now. Give them room to express themselves. Let them enjoy it. If they want to play football, find them academy. If you can't afford paying academies, we have a lot of paying academies now. Just let the boy get a ball, get him a football. Let him move around with his peers and enjoy.
So you don't hear from our guest today. If you get picking, we sabi play football, encourage them. make can go play that football, give am that freedom. You know, that developmental phase is very important. No just go let am stay for us. No, they nurture that injury when you want. You know, I know say our co-host too precise. He get one or two things you want chip into. You know, as regards wetin you don't talk. You know, you talk about saying Papa carry am go play football after secondary school. You know, wetin you feel as regards education and football working together. You know, at that initial stage.
Okay, you know, one major thing is that our parents too, they need proper orientation. So, and one thing that can add to the orientation is testimonies. If you look at Osimhen's story now, if you look at even the likes of Iwobi, and we know that okay, this is what they are doing. Look at Lamine Yamal.
Wow.
Dion, for example, now point out all those stories to them. So this is someone that is studying and is also playing football at the same time. Fermin Lopez, all of them are doing the same thing. Do you understand? So these are orientations we need to let our parents know. And one thing we need to let them know too is that football is the new Yahoo. Do you understand?
Money.
You know, that's one thing we can take to the to the streets. We can take it to inside the Adekunle, to the slum. Do you understand? Let them know that football is the new Yahoo. So some of them just play for fun.
Excuse me, must you mention Adegunle when you're talking about this?
No, that was okay to my head.
I understand.
Yeah, that was okay to my head.
I understand.
They need to take those messages to the slum and see how, because I believe that in that same place there are very good people, but they don't have that opportunity to play. Do you understand? So, and let's show them that opportunity. Do you get it? So I think that's one major thing we need to look at. And also orientate the parents too. Let them know. I think this lady, Taoma did a particular Quadri. Exactly.
Yes.
Very
popular. Yeah,
exactly.
Quadri, yeah.
So something like that. So all those orientation needs to.
Thank you very much, Precise. That was a very good one. You know, wetin the talk say we fit make the two work together. No be about just football alone. No just believe say they will carry you go play football. Say you sure say you go become football superstar in future. You better make make sure say the two work together, because at some point too, if you can't become a footballer, they can't talk say make you come sign contract. You know, sabi English and right and go put pen to paper. You will just enter Agbege, so you no go pay you. So maybe just my people today just don't everywhere where we don't talk about football. We don't try to talk about how we fit try collaborate as a peaceful coexistence between teams, the academy. We say they will achieve the same goal as a precise don't talk. We don't talk about how we say parents feel ensure say their pikin go play football the way they want. You know, if you did go grassroots, always believe say it possible make you play football. No be about say you go to school alone. But if you try play football, try make you go school self. It is very, very important. So don't forget to follow this podcast. This is Inside the Net Football Show. Now the only place where we say if you get all this kind gist as regards football, we will give you in-depth knowledge. All this analysis. Now here you go forget them. Now the only place with this Inside the Net Football Show. Thank you very much. Thank you, Precise. Thank you, our guests.
You're welcome.
Thank you.